Today we answer an interesting question. What if cables would be affordable? Would you still dislike getting an upgrade cable, or would you feel like this is the best time to do it? Today we have here the NMD modes Mars. This is a cable for EMs. It is priced at about $250 or 250 Great Britain pounds. If I bring up a calculator, it will be different, but let's stick with $250 for simplicity. And while I was curious what NMD stands for, I found the answer on the package. Not on the cable, not on any other accessory, and most certainly not on their website. But the cable tells us that NMD stands for No Mood Day, and you have to enjoy music on No Mood Day. Inside of the case, you will find a case which is empty because I took the cable out already, and it always baffles me how once a popular company does something, everyone follows in. This is the transport case for the NMD Mars, which is the same case as we've seen on HiFiMan Array 2000, which is a few years old now, but HiFiMan was the first company to implement this case. The version that NMD Audio has is a bit tight, and I'm not even acting here. This is how tight it is. And I do gym. You have to squeeze on the open parts of the rubber. So there are some empty parts, do not squeeze of them, squeeze on the fuller parts and it will come right out. So this is a transport case for the cable and of course for the EMs if you are connecting it to EMs. And we have the cable, this is it. It comes with 1 year of warranty and you can fully customize it, including customized connectors, customized length, and I don't think customized color. At this point I think that the Mars only comes in this deep copper color. So this is a cable which combines multiple types of conductors, which is how they are able to achieve the sound they have. And I'll do you one better, I'll be honest. I am reading the type of conductors because my mind cannot comprehend remembering so many. So the internal construction of the cable has copper with gold plating, pure silver, copper silver alloy with silver plating, and copper with silver plating. The external construction has high purity copper or OCC, oxygen free copper. So Mars comes with 4 types in total of conductors when it comes to the material which is constructed of. The cable itself is rather flexible, it is not tangle prone, it is ever so slightly springy and has a slight memory effect, so it remembers tangles and it remembers kinks a bit. The connectors are of a good quality, although this carbon fiber connector is what we've seen on most Chi-Fi EMs. I've seen this so many times, yet it's a good connector, it doesn't scrape off, the connector stays crispy, so basically you will not have the issue where the gold plating wears off, so it never wears off, you don't have that issue. The cable is quite heavy and quite thick. Having so many conductors may be a reason, but also the jacket seems to add on the thickness and on the weight of the cable. So I would say it is more similar to Duno Hulk, which is also a thick and heavy cable. Duno Hulk sounded very good and it was a good cable, but a bit too thick and too heavy for my liking. NMD Mars will not conduct high frequency microphonics, so if it brushes against your clothes, you will not hear. What you'll hear will be boom, 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 boom. Every single type of microphonic noise is transformed into a microphonic rumble, so you'll always hear a deep rumble when it rumbles against clothes or other accessories. The coiling, or the part that goes around the ear, is soft. It has a soft silicone style. It is a bit tight, so it coils tightly around your ear. I decided to not have any EMs connected because the review is for the cable only, not EMs. So I'm trying to make it clear what we are reviewing. There is a little cable separator and the Y split connector is of a good quality, a bit heavy too, so everything is a bit on the heavy side. Now the most important question when we speak so much about a cable is how it sounds like, because of course you are upgrading for one of 2 reasons. You are either upgrading because you want a better comfort, you want the setup to be more comfortable, or you upgrade because you want a better sonic performance from your EMs. Depending on which situation you find yourself in, I would say that the cable provides a very good sonic performance. The main tuning of the NMD modes Mars is a full and deep and lush tuning. Basically, it will turn the bass a bit fuller. It is a focused sounding cable, so the soundstage will get more focused, which means better instrument separation, better imaging, but also a smaller width and slightly better depth. It deepens the soundstage but compresses the width a bit, which means that sound won't feel as holographic, but it will feel better separated. We have a really good dynamic range, so it seems to enhance the dynamics of the EM, which provides more difference and more contrast between the loud passages of your song and the quiet passages. Everything just seems more detailed and more focused. We also have a weird effect which I noticed on multiple EMs. Basically, when I use the NMD mods Mars, the EM seems to be more sensitive. I'm getting a higher volume with the same amount of power from the source. For example, at half of volume from my base D16, I'm getting a higher volume with the NMD mods Mars than I'm getting with the default cable for the EMs, especially noticeable with Sounds Avant, Sounds Blade version 2 and Sounds Flame. I couldn't really figure out why. This seems to enhance the volume a bit, so interesting effect. I have to study further why it does that, but I don't have a good explanation at this moment. I just noticed that it does. At some point I will make a more comprehensive video about multiple cables and how they affect sound and why. Because at this point I've noticed the effects every single time. They are quite obvious. You don't even need to listen too closely. The effect is always obvious, but we are yet to know exactly why. The mid-range when using the NMD mods Mars is deeper, fuller and more lush. It is also less textured. It seems to kill some of the edge on textures, which allows detail to shine through better. So you'll hear a bit more detail, but also you'll hear a bit less texture in sounds. So guitars are not quite as grungy or quite as grainy. The treble is relaxed. It is a smooth, relaxed treble which extends well in the air but is very relaxed and very smooth. Overall, is this cable a good idea to purchase? I think yes. It pairs well with most EMs that I've connected it to, works well with most sources, especially since it doesn't really kill the detail, it just makes the soundstage a bit smaller. So if your EM was already quite narrow or quite intimate, then the effect of the cable will exaggerate this. Well, on the other hand, if you liked the EM already and if you wanted to experiment it in a more focused, more dynamic fashion, the NMD mods Mars is a good way to spice up your listening a bit. For the price asked, it provides a good construction quality, a good comfort, and it is better than most default cables for the EMs. The 4.4mm connector is a bonus if your EM didn't come with a balanced cable already. 2-pin connectors which are standard, so you don't have to worry about compatibility issues. The NMD mod Mars is a fully recommended purchase and the cable that I enjoy quite a lot, especially when I want to hear a smoother, bassier, bloomier sound with a bit more bass. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're enjoying your time at Audiophile. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, and also if you are feeling generous, I have a PayPal link in the video description where you can donate a few dimes to keep us pay for the electricity necessary to keep our little studio running. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see each other really soon. Bye!